In the world of music, few stories resonate as deeply as that of the underdog, the artist who faced rejection, battled their inner demons, and through sheer resilience, found their moment in the sun. The story of Ejae, the singing voice and songwriter behind Rumi and the global phenomenon K-pop Demon Hunters, is one such story. For over a decade, she was a K-pop trainee, only to be dropped. She struggled with perfectionism and crippling insecurity, but she didn't give up. She pivoted, she honed her craft, and she wrote songs for others, songs for movies, songs for herself, and then a song called Golden changed everything. This is the journey of Ejae, and here are 12 lessons every struggling artist and writer can learn from her path. Lesson 1. Your past rejection is part of your story, not the end of it. Ejae's foundation wasn't built in a recording studio, but in the grueling practice rooms of the K-pop trainee system. For 11 years, starting at just 11 years old, she dedicated her life to a dream that ultimately didn't pan out.
After college, SM Entertainment is one of the biggest labels in Korea. They train artists essentially. Cast a couple kids who have talent and they train them to become a K-pop idol.
Being a K-pop trainee myself in the past for a very long time, and I'm being dropped, and that kind of only accentuated my insecurities and always trying to hide that. And I think that's what I really struggled with. And when I finally was able to kind of be in peace with me and myself as a whole was really truly when I was able to accept and be empathetic towards my insecure self.
Instead of letting this define her as a failure, she used it. That experience became a crucial part of her toolkit, especially when she later wrote for K-pop Demon Hunters. She understood the culture, the pressure, and the emotional landscape of the characters intimately. Your greatest setbacks can become your most unique sources of strength and authenticity.
Very crucial, actually, in incorporating concept ideas, lyrical ideas, melodic ideas as well into the song.
Lesson 2. Perfectionism can be toxic. Acknowledge it. The pursuit of perfection is a common trap for artists. Ejae saw a lot of herself in her character, Rumi, who is a perfectionist and a workaholic. She recognized this trait in herself and identified its dark side.
I saw a lot of myself in Rumi, not just her personality of being a perfectionist and really a hardworking workaholic. Because of perfectionism, that can be quite toxic. You could put a lot of pressure on yourself, be obsessive of hiding a lot of your insecurities. And I think that's what I struggled with as well.
The first step to overcoming a toxic trait is to name it. By acknowledging that her drive for perfection was actually masking deep-seated insecurities, she began the work to dismantle it.
Your hard work to come into fruition. With Rumi, it's she worked so hard to get that golden honmun. I get it, I understand it. But again, it's important to be at peace with whatever life comes and not being so obsessive with something, because I think that could be toxic too.
Lesson 3. Make peace with your insecure self. Talk to her. So how do you dismantle that inner critic? Ejae discovered a powerful, transformative technique. She didn't try to banish her insecure self. She started a conversation with her.
When I finally was able to kind of be in peace with me and myself as a whole was really truly when I was able to accept and be empathetic towards my insecure self. The side I didn't like about myself, I try to, instead of ignoring it and being oh, you suck, I would try to be okay, why are you like this? What's up? Talk to her. That's when I was able to grow as a person.
Treat your insecurity not as an enemy to be defeated, but as a frightened part of you that needs understanding. This shift from self-criticism to self-empathy is where true growth begins. Lesson 4. Your struggles are your emotional vocal range. All those years of struggle, of imposter syndrome, of yearning for a breakthrough, Ejae doesn't see them as wasted time. She sees them as the very thing that gives her voice its emotional power.
I think it's a blessing, to be honest, to go through a lot of things, a lot of struggles, because that allowed me to be able to channel that kind of emotion when I sing. With that, I think that's what a lot of people apparently love about it too, which is I'm so grateful for.
When you sing or write from a place of having truly felt pain, hope, and desperation, that authenticity resonates. Your pain has a purpose. It's the fuel for your most powerful art. Lesson 5. A growth mentality is non-negotiable. Even after her massive success with K-pop Demon Hunters, Ejae's focus isn't on fame, it's on growth. She embodies the spirit of a perpetual student.
I think leveling up is about, being persistent, resilient, and always trying to grow is a huge, like having a growth mentality is really, really important, and just not giving up.
Her goals are to get better at singing, to win a Songwriter Grammy, and to learn from her heroes.
I just want to keep growing as a writer, to be honest. That's the biggest thing. Get better at singing, just, hopefully win a, what do you call it, the Songwriter Grammy?
The journey never ends, and that's the exciting part. Lesson 6, when inspiration hits, capture it, even on the way to the dentist. The creation of Golden, the song that topped charts worldwide, is a testament to being ready for inspiration at any moment. The core idea didn't come in a pristine studio. It came in a car.
And you actually made this while you were in your car?
Yeah, on the way to the dentist. I received the track, and the track was just so beautiful. That intro is so beautiful, and this rarely happens, but it just instantly I got inspiration from it melodically. Immediately I had to record it, so I got a voice memo. I was just like,
You knew that.
and then the second time I did it, another one I did.
So you have that on your phone? What if it was called na 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 na? That would
I have the voice memo, and you
Carry a voice memo app. Be ready.
I don't know
Your
what I was saying, it's
masterpiece
just
might not
gibberish.
wait for the
And then
perfect
I was just
moment.
excited.
Lesson 7, trust the universe's crazy golden signs. Ejae's story is filled with what she calls meant-to-be moments. After getting the melody for Golden on the way to the dentist, she arrived and received a
and
gold
guess what I got
filling.
at dentist? Gold fillings. Is that insane?
Oh my God,
It's like
baller.
all meant to be. Sorry, yeah, exactly. It is true. Not marketing.
Yeah. Did you know that was gonna be the song? Because we
I
went through so
did.
many.
Okay,
Right.
I did in the fact that when I got the melody, and I was like, oh, this is a good melody, and that happens sometimes. So I sang the melody, and I did not know it'd be so high, but yeah. But I was like, wait, that's exactly what you wanted. So I was like, wait, this is awesome. It was all meant to be. So yeah, I saw a ghost while recording Golden. Hey guys, so how old is this building? And they were like, "Why, did you see a ghost?" And I was like, yeah,
I did actually.
you know, he was like, was it a girl or a guy? And I was like, oh, it's a guy. And he was like, oh, he's the third floor.
There's a guy goes on the third floor.
And the fourth floor is a woman ghost.
But there's some old.
Yeah, so and then there's a saying, what's crazy, what mom reminded me later, she was like, there's a myth in Korea in the studio, in the music labels, if you see a ghost or any paranormal activity while recording a song, it's a hit.
While you can't force these signs, you can choose to see them. Believing that the universe is conspiring for you, not against you, can be a powerful source of hope and motivation during difficult times. Lesson 8, collaboration is a superpower. Ejae didn't write Golden alone. She worked closely with her co-writer, Mark Sonnenblick. Their partnership was a perfect blend of two different strengths.
Where I come from, I'm writing for characters all the time, and my voice is not quite as good as Ejae's voice, so I'm not singing very often.
I think it's fabulous.
But it's sort of fine. But the whole idea is you're writing for these characters to sing, and yeah, just like you're saying, writing for artists in pop, writing for characters in musical theater, this was a chance to it was sort of both those things together. Covering the poison that sinked on my skin.
I wonder if under darkness would win. Got far through all the night. Somehow I survived. Our voices are not, but now I
It's our
survive.
time. Yeah.
Really loud.
But that's part of why it is what it is because we're finding it with Maggie and Chris and Ian, who was the music producer, and the edits, the notes. Sometimes we are banging our head against the wall to figure out how to do them, but they all led to something better, what you see.
Yeah.
Find your creative counterpart, someone who challenges you, complements your skills, and pushes you toward a shared vision of genius. Lesson 9, write the song you need to hear. Golden isn't just a hopeful song for a movie scene. It was a song Ejae needed for herself. She was going through a hard time, and writing it became an act of personal
Golden,
salvation.
going through a hard time. That song was a song I felt like I needed at that time, and it helped me lift my spirits up and made me feel just to keep going, even if it's hard.
The most authentic and relatable art often comes from solving your own problems. Write the song that mends your heart. Chances are it will mend someone else's too. Lesson 10. Vulnerability is your strength, not a weakness. As a songwriter for other artists and characters, Ejae learned that a strong voice isn't just about power, it's about vulnerability. This was key to portraying Rumi.
You know, I think the thing about Rumi's voice, or that I tried to bring to the table, was, you know, not only just being the strong voice, but also having vulnerability. And I think it was very easy for me to channel that because, like I said, I really did relate to Rumi a lot. So you could hear it in the bridge and, you know, in what it sounds like.
Don't be afraid to let the cracks show. It's through those cracks that people connect with you and see their own reflections.
I worked really hard as a kid. So, like, you know, I told you when I was 23, I felt so... The biggest part that I was sad about is not just being dropped. It was because I let her down and she worked so hard.
Lesson 11. Your bicultural identity is a creative advantage. Growing up between Korea and the United States, Ejae used to feel caught between two worlds. Now she sees it as her ultimate creative superpower.
Well, first of all, I think for this project especially, being bilingual and bicultural was very, very important. It's just really interesting, like it's on topic about the whole, you know, duality of things. You know, being Korean American was very important. And because I knew both languages, I understood the nuances of each language. So when it comes to portraying a certain message, you know, it helped that I knew what words worked in Korean that wouldn't be cringy, but was able to emote. Because there are certain Korean words that you can't really explain in English. And I try to bring that into the Korean lyrics and vice versa with English lyrics. So because of that Korean American background, I was able to be more creative in what I choose to combine lyrically and sonically.
What makes you different? Your background, your unique perspective is your distinctive voice. Don't hide it. Lean into it. It allows you to create in a way no one else
꿈을
can.
이루고 싶은 그 마음을 막 이렇게 표현하고 싶어서.
Lesson 12. If you persist, your moment will find you. Ejae was on the Kpop Demon Hunters project for years first as a songwriter. She sang the demos, poured her heart into the lyrics, and the directors fell in love with her voice for the lead role. Her years of work as a writer opened the door for her to step back into the spotlight as an artist.
The demos are usually like really fleshed out and essentially like record ready. I think that's kind of where it started, and you know, the directors were so kind enough to like ask me to sing, you know, I think they got used to my voice because I sang literally all the demos, including the boy band song. I was like, are you kidding? Of course. And like, it's kind of like in a way efficient because I'm able to understand, you know, how to sing it, you know, without needing too much direction. A more efficient and faster process in general, but also just super honored to be able to sing Rumi because I've always loved her character.
She didn't force her way back in. She excelled so brightly in one role that she was invited to take on another. Keep honing your craft. Keep showing up. Your golden moment may come in a way you never expected, but it will come because you laid the foundation for it. From a trainee who was told no to the artist, the world now says yes to. Ejae's journey teaches us that success is not a straight line. It's a spiral where every
Kpop
rejection, every insecurity, and every small step of growth adds a layer to your story. And her impact was so profound that it defined the entire film. In a moment of heartfelt recognition, director Maggie Kang said this about Ejae.
She's
Thank you, love.
really the kind of, really the heart and soul of the movie because it's so much of her soul in the songs. So we're just having a moment.
No!
Let that be the ultimate lesson. When you pour your soul into your work, your pain, your hope, your hard-won wisdom, you don't just create a song. You don't just land a role. You become the heart and soul of something that can change the world. You become golden. Now, after a long battle with her demons, Ejae emerges to claim her voice, launching her first solo song into the world.
And it was a healthy one. We were really good, but I wanted an intentional break just to like reassess everything. And we chose to part ways. It was kind of a way to kind of cope with that idea. And I realized that when I kind of accepted that maybe in this lifetime, because of all the baggage or trauma that we both went through and the resentment that was caused by that in this world we might not be good, but maybe in another world we would have been perfect. And that kind of mindset kind of helped me let go, accepting that, and it kind of helped have an ego death moment. And so weirdly that was like freeing, that like there's like infinite versions of us and infinite possibilities. But that also kind of related to me, not just like relationships, but also like me with my relationship with my parents or with my dreams. You know, as a kid, I had a dream of becoming a K-pop idol, and I had to let that go. So to cope with that, like, I had to just accept that, like, maybe in this lifetime, you know, I wasn't ready, I wasn't mentally prepared, and it's okay.
Maybe in another world, I was thinking about space and not the one between us.